welcome. Welcome to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Reverend Kristen Kephart, and I'm the Spiritual Director and Senior Minister here. Currently, we are 100% virtual, which means all of our offerings are online. So please check out our website for up-to-date information. And if you're new to our community, please know that we are radically inclusive and spiritually progressive. Radically inclusive means that everyone is welcome. So if you've ever felt that you were turned away from a religious organization or a spiritual organization because you were different, or turned away because you didn't feel like you were being accepted for who you are, please check out our website and find out what we believe and who we are, and see if it's a good connection and a good match. If so, then reach out and we'd be happy to explore more with you. This month of November, we are talking about living as compassionate conduits. Living as compassionate beings, not only for ourselves, but for everything else and everyone else on this planet, our brothers, our sisters, and our siblings. What would it be like to choose to live a life of being compassionate? What would that look like? Anyway, that's what we're doing this month. I'm excited that you're here for service. It's great to be here with you. And right now I'm going to turn it over to Jennifer Russell and Michael Gale as we open up in sweet surrender. So if you're feeling up to it, if you're feeling the groove and the move, like we're all together in one room, stand up, dance, and sing. Take it away, Jennifer.
Good morning, Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. It's so wonderful to be with you today. I'm Jennifer Russell.
I'm Michael Gale.
And we are delighted to be sharing this time with you. Let's start by opening our hearts in sweet surrender. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. Oh, and if you would just join me by putting your hand on your heart and recognizing this beautiful center of the universe that is the power and the presence and the love of your divinity. There is only one intelligence acting here. There is no other. And let's just open our hearts in deep compassion to ourselves for a moment here. I love you. I adore you. And let's open up our hearts to each other. I recognize you. I see you. You are the light of the world. You are a conduit of compassion.
Hello, and welcome to the beautiful forest. Come with me into this beautiful and sacred space today. And say the affirmation with me. I am so grateful that I am fully supported by God. Let's do it again. I am so grateful that I am fully supported by God. Let's breathe that in. And let's do it one more time, this time for the trees. I am so grateful to be fully supported by God. And so it is. Amen. Welcome. Here we are together in the forest, a place I have longed to be and to share with you. And so today's prayer will be said in this beautiful surrounding, in this sacred setting. And so I invite you to settle in and come to just an awareness of this moment now. And this moment now is all that matters. And I recognize that the only thing happening in this moment now is simply and beautifully God. It's very easy to see God here, to feel the presence of the One, and to feel my unity with all that surrounds me. I am so very grateful to know that I am one with the all, and every single cell of my being. I know this to be true. I'm so grateful that we have come here today to experience this beautiful service at Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. We are very blessed, and I give blessing to be together and to hear the inspired words coming from Reverend Kristen today as she speaks what is upon her heart and in her mind from the one mind to share with us today. I speak a blessing right into this land that we stand upon. This land, these trees that nurture, love, and support us the same way we experience coming from the One. For we are always loved, cared for, and provided for. I know this to be true with every confidence, and I know it to be true for you. I speak this blessing of the sturdiness of the trees and how high they go and reach into the sky is the same for your finances, grounded and sturdy and reaching to the sky, full of abundance in life, fully energized finances. The sacred beauty of relationship as these trees show us how we are all connected, separate, individual within the one, but connected. Your relationships are strong and healthy and thriving. And like the light at the center of that tree in the middle of this forest, you always know there is a light within you that shines through, bright into the health of your body, into every single cell of your body, radiating health and well-being. And so I also give thanks to Jennifer and Michael as they share their beautiful music with us today. And I share all that goes on behind the scenes, a big blessing of what it takes with this technology each week to make sure that we are here in service together and sharing a united love together. And so I speak all of this right into the law because the law is good and gives us good right back. I say this into the law. I release this prayer into the universe, and please join me in together saying, and so it is. Amen.
Mercy gives people another chance. Mercy gives people another chance. Mercy is a blessing that lets start over and wipe the slate clean. Mercy is a gift of tenderness. Mercy is a gift of tenderness. Mercy is a blessing that lets us start over and wipe the slate clean. I put myself in other people's shoes. Put myself in other people's shoes. Mercy is a blessing that lets us start over and wipe the slate clean. God is merciful to me. God is merciful to me. Mercy is a blessing that lets us start over and wipe the slate clean. Mercy gives people another chance. Mercy gives people another chance. Mercy is a blessing, it lets us start over and wipe the slate clean.
Welcome to this beautiful Sunday in November. I'm Reverend Kristen, and I am blessed and full of gratitude of being here. This whole month, we're talking about living as compassionate conduits. But before we jump into that, what I would like to do is recognize that this whole past week, or whether it's been a month, however long it's been, being on this emotional roller coaster over our election. And whether it's personally you've been going up and down, or recognizing our country's been going up and down. There has been anger, there's been excitement, there's been questioning our democracy. And I'm not picking sides. What I'm trying to do is walk down the middle, and regardless of all that outside of us stuff that has occurred, to take the time to do an exercise together so we can clear out that and actually heal ourselves, and in the process heal our country. So if you would join me in the Hoponopono prayer. And the way it works, or The way it goes is, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you. Or I thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me. So I would like you to get in a comfortable place, get in a place where you can go within and spend time with yourself. And you can pick something very personal, or you can imagine our entire country and go through it multiple times and heal ourselves and then heal our country. And what I've done is I've asked our beloved Jennifer Russell if I could use her Hoponopono Chant to walk us through this. So remember, I love you, I'm sorry, I thank you, please forgive me. And as you go through the rhythm of the music and you catch on to I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, start chanting along. And if you're uncomfortable with chanting or you're comfortable with singing, just speak the words and speak them out loud and into the room. So here we go.
I thank you. I love you. I thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. Please forgive me.
I love you. I'm grateful. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. Please forgive me.
So I welcome you all back from that exercise. I hope that it has brought you some calm, some peace, some releasing of whatever you're holding on to. That's my prayer. And that's my prayer for myself, that's my prayer for you, and that's my prayer for the entire country. Okay, so moving into what we're talking about this week. We're talking about what is God giving you? What is God giving you? And the answer to the question is God's already given us everything. Everything. God isn't continually giving us new things. Our job is to awaken to it. Life is fully supporting us at all times. Spirit is supporting us at all times. It is our job to awaken into that. So from the poet Tennyson, he had to say, "Closer is he than breathing, and nearer than hands and feet." I find that very comforting to know that that God or Spirit or the universe is in me. It is part of my breath. It's closer than my breath. That this thing, the only thing that there is moving through, in, and as us. Moving through, in, and as us. So if it is true of God, it must be true for us. You are the manifestation of God. You are the manifestation of God. We were all created as unique individualizations of that only thing that there is. So whatever God is, we are. We need to open up and embrace that. So when we do prayer, and we speak prayer. We do an affirmative prayer here in the science of mind. It's called a spiritual mind treatment. And the prayer is like a seed. Contained in the prayer is the answer. When we say a prayer, the manifestation of it is happening as we're speaking it. So it's like an oak tree that inside of an acorn. Yeah? So if we have an idea that is spinning around our head and we speak it out, the universe is already manifesting it. There's one mind, it's already manifesting and happening. Our job, again, is to recognize the truth of that and to embrace that truth. So what I would like to do is ask you a question. What is more spiritual? Is a $100 bill or a rose more spiritual? Now take a minute, and I've included here a picture of a $100 bill and a rose, and look at it and ask yourself that question. Which one is more spiritual? And the answer is that they're equally spiritual. That God gives both freely. Now, whatever your answer was to yourself on which one was more spiritual, are you resisting one or believing one is less than the other? Are you believing for some reason that a $100 bill is more valuable than a single rose? And that might be because we have been brought up in this society that money is more than anything. Like if you have money, you got it all. But as we go through this teaching, we know that, or we learn that yes, money is important, but it is not the end all, above all of everything. So David Spangler in the Laws of Manifestation had this to say: we are not training you in manifestation. We are training you to recognize manifestation. There is quite a difference. We are not training you to be able to produce things. We are training you to recognize the eternal process of production. That is all about you, so that you can do it because you are it. So that you can do it because you are it. I am it. I am it too. So how do we work on or work with the absolute in an awakening? How do we do that? How do we awaken to your truth or my truth? How do we transcend limiting beliefs? How do we do that? We need to pay attention when we use phrases such as I can't or I won't. You are limiting the universe, which in turn limits you. I had a teacher once. She said to me, why are you putting reins on God? Why are you trying to put God in a box? God is limitless. God is limitless, and don't box yourself in. So remove words such as I can't from your vocabulary and live in a way knowing that you are guided and guarded and supported in all ways of your life as you continue to do your part and walk through life, to know about the absolute. So how do we do that? One way to do this is to build our faith muscle. And there's a basic and an advanced. And in the basic, we use this to determine, or to help us determine, or to help us awaken to that this really works. It's called the 3 P's. And that's the princes, princesses, palaces, and parking spaces. And what that is stating what you want in the universe and manifesting it into your world. So I'll use the parking spaces as an example. The parking spaces. So when I go to, back in the olden days when I would go to the mall and parking was short, especially around holidays, I would just say out loud, I know that this is going to be it will be easily and effortlessly for me to find the perfect parking space right here and right now. Okay, and I would do that over and over and over again to the point where I don't even say it anymore, or if I do, it's in the back of my consciousness, and I state it without knowing it, and I always find the perfect parking space for me. It's creating and manifesting, if you wanted a red Corvette, bringing that into life and into your awareness, and then you get it. Okay, that is the basic level. And it is a place, again, where you can prove it to yourself that this works. The other one is the advance. So once you know that it works, you move into a place, or you where it's not about accumulating things. It's no longer about getting the stuff. That it becomes shining and expressing our truth, which we revealed within us, and giving our light away from a source that cannot be drained. You cannot outuse God. You cannot outuse the universe. There is plenty and running over for everyone. It is not something to grip onto. It is something to share. So we share it with the world. That's what we're here for, to share it with the world. And the third thing today is to recognize that nothing is against you, that the universe is fully supporting you at all times. It never leaves. It's always there, 24/7. And my question for you to take in today is, what would your life be like if you could embrace this truth and incorporate it into your life? What would it be like? Might there be less anxiety, less anger, less stress, less doubt? And I can keep going on the lesses, but maybe I'll talk about the mores. More love, more beauty, more compassion for ourselves and for our brothers and sisters and siblings, bringing more joy into our world. So the call to action today is, we're talking about awakening. God already gives us it all, and it is our job to become aware and awake of it. So I'm opening up to this idea of awareness. I'm reducing my thought of limitation. And am I willing to shift my viewpoint? Am I willing to just switch it enough where it changes everything? You don't have to go polar opposite 180 degrees to get a change. If you just shift a teeny tiny bit, the whole view of it changes. And you can actually see and awaken to this thing that we call God, this thing that we call the universe. To step into that and embrace and just embody that it is here for us to use and be. Start now. Be it now. So, be the place where God shows up. Be that place. And know that you're fully supported by the universe. Today, be a conduit of God. You are the light, after all. Shine on. Shine on and be. Please know that here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, you are seen and honored and loved. Seen, honored, and loved. So be well, and know that I love you. You are loved. Thank you for being with us today. And today I have a treat for you. Yesterday we had a practitioner meeting and we did a prayer. 4 of us were in attendance and we did a prayer to share with you today. So put your feet on the floor. Get comfortable. Get in a place where you can receive and know that you are the highest, most loved person in the universe. That I am the most loved person in the universe. And I can claim that, and you can claim that, because we just learned that you can't drain God. So I can be the most loved and be the most loving, as you can too. Here we go into prayer.
Breathe into this moment. How grateful I am to be right here, right now, to start this day and this moment anew, because this moment has never happened before. How grateful I am to know that the power and presence of God is the only thing that's happening now. That presence that is love, that is joy, that is peace, that is the harmonizing good of the universe. I know that I am one with that. And if it's true for me, it's true for everyone listening to this prayer, that you are the I am presence that I am. You are the presence of God being expressed as only you can. And so we lean into this unified field of awareness. Where we are one with the one, recognizing that this is a perfect day, that this is a brand new, good, and precious moment, knowing that right where we are, God is unfolding into more God. Spirit is unfolding into more spirit, that our life is being expressed as love, as joy, as peace, as all needs met, and that all is well and getting weller. How grateful I am to know this truth of the divine presence of God that's unfolding as this moment. And I pass to Billy.
And I agree with everything you say, Kathleen. I just know right here and right now that there is more to all of us than what meets the eye. There is so much more to me and to the world and to life and to our country and to the universe at large than anything that we can even fathom. And I just know that is in the ultimate, it is for the ultimate good. It's for the ultimate expression of God. It's for the ultimate creativity. It's how the more becomes more. It's how infinite grows unto itself. It's just by those things that we love to see and those things we don't love to see, because that just creates more love within each and every one of us. That makes us want the goodness more. That wants us to make life more happy and more joyful and more free for everyone. And so I know if I just keep looking at that and I point my nose in that direction, I will see it, and the intuitive thoughts will come to me and things will open up in front of me and the steps will show themselves. And as long as I look toward the love and the goodness and the wholeness and the creativity and everything that is good, if I'm looking at that and I truly want that, I know that that will be drawn unto me, because as I am lifted up, I draw all unto me. And I know no greater words were ever said than that. So I just know that we truly are one. And I just pass my word to the right.
Yes, and I give thanks now for the vision of wholeness and perfection in our country, in our nation, in our world, and in our bodies, in our minds, wholeness and perfection for all people everywhere. I send love and peace and harmony. I send respect for all people. And I give thanks for the knowledge that this is already transpiring throughout the world and throughout our universe. And I pass to Kristen.
Oh, and join me in just taking a deep breath. How good it is to hear multiple voices speaking the same thing, to know that this is good, that we are wholeness, that we are love, and that we continue to hold that truth, to hold that knowingness that our country is full of love, full of peace and compassion for each and every single human being on our planet and in our country. So, with that, I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful that we have this truth, that we know this truth. For in times of when it doesn't look good, we can still see beyond that and know the truth that God is continually, always, it is in motion. It's continually in motion and continually evolving into its highest and best. And I just lay my peace in that. How good it is to just be. I am grateful again. We are grateful. And we release this prayer and we let it go. And together we say, and
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 so
so
it
it
is.
is.
Now it's time for conscious giving. Just take a deep breath with me. If you have a gift to give today that's already been sent in the mail, or you're going to do it after service, please hold that amount for both of those in your mind right now. And then take your hands and cup them and very intentionally blow into your hands that amount. And hold that amount to hold your hands to your heart. And join me in saying the affirmation. This gift I give is God in action. I send it forth with joy, confidence, and ease. I am blessed with the law of giving and receiving, as I now share my good with life, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Again, this gift I give is God in action. I send it forth with joy, confidence, and ease. I am blessed by the law of giving and receiving, as I now share my good with life, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And if you are wondering how to give to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, we have multiple ways you can give. And please know we are a 5013C, which means it's tax deductible. So here we go. You can mail your donations or tithes to P.O. Box 2360, Camarillo, California 93011. You can use our text to give feature where you text a number. It's only Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living's number, and you will be asked about giving and how much you want to give. And lastly, you can use PayPal. And all of the link information is in the chat along with up on the screen. And if you have any questions, please contact our office at 805-484-1137 and we will answer your questions. Delightfully, we'll answer your questions. Thank you.
Oh, it has been wonderful to be with you today. Thank you, Reverend Kristen, for that wonderful message, and thank you, beloved practitioners, for always holding us in the heart of prayer. So let's celebrate by singing this song together. Something wonderful is happening through me right now, through you. Definitely. Here we go. Come on, let's dance. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. Something wonderful. It's happening through my mind. It's happening to my body. Right here in my heart. I let it be. Something wonderful. Something wonderful. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening through you right now. Something wonderful. Something wonderful is happening through you right now. Something wonderful. It's happening through our minds. It's happening through our bodies. Right here in our hearts. We let it be. Something wonderful. Something wonderful. Something wonderful. Something wonderful.